Hi guys, welcome to the launch party for the Ultimate Portion Fix. Normally when I do these videos, I go through like every detail of every kit that comes with a new program that's coming out, and I'm not going to do that because I think that's not the most effective way to use your time if you're watching this video. And I really want to keep it in line with the big picture and tell you what does this program do and who is it for. And then also some common misconceptions, I think, because these containers are pretty well known by now, but I think that a lot of people just have the wrong idea about them. And then I am going to go over some of the details because there are a lot of different options, but the main option really is that you have the opportunity to become a coach and join our team and get started with your business right now with this program. The mentorship and certification training course are already getting started, so I want everyone to know about that. And don't tune me out if you're not interested in that, but I do want to say that even if you're not sure if you want to build a business, coaching is the best accountability ever. There are a lot of people who join and they're maybe like, to say it's the best accountability, that's what I meant. To say accountability or opportunity. It's the best accountability. It is the best opportunity too. But there are a lot of people who join kind of like curious about the business and never do anything with it, but they end up staying and sticking around because over time they see that just that name of calling yourself a coach, all of a sudden you start to feel like, oh, people are expecting me or like holding me to a higher standard of behavior. So there's power in that, even if you are just participating in our team community and not leading your own community with your own customers. So I did want to mention that just because I think I want you to know that even if you join as a coach, you will still have access to all of my resources. It's not like you have to just be out completely on your own from day one. You can stay in the fold as long as you want. So now that we have that out of the way, let's just talk about the foundation. What is this program? I kind of assume that a lot of people know because these containers are they're just everywhere. You probably have known somebody who's done this program, but just in case you are not totally clear. So this, when it was first released, well, actually, originally, so Autumn Calabrese is the trainer who developed this program. She was just a personal trainer, but I mean, she had a fitness background. She didn't have a nutrition background when she created this system. So it was like a basic nutrition education that you get as a personal trainer. Since then, she has gone on to become a holistic nutrition coach through the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, IIN. So she continued her education because she wanted to learn more about nutrition. So she first created this. It was called Change Your Plate. Beachbody acquired it, named the whole thing the 21-Day Fix, and then it has a set of workouts that go along with it, 30 minutes, wildly popular, and you're going to be hearing more about those. That's kind of the third portion is the workouts. So there's coaching, there's being a customer going through the nutrition program, and then there's the workouts, and they all tie together, but I'll mention each of them. All right, so when this came out as the 21-Day Fix, it was huge. It was like the biggest program in Beachbody history, but because it was so successful, they ended up taking this system and applying it to so many other programs, and so then it was really confusing because you're like, I'm doing Insanity Max 30, but I'm doing 21-Day Fix Nutrition. So instead, they called it the Portion Fix, okay? So now the workouts are the 21-Day Fix, but then the containers are the Portion Fix, hence the new name, Ultimate Portion Fix. I want to say that I really had a problem with this name in the beginning. It was like, I don't need to fix my body. Like, what needs fixing? That implies that I'm broken, I'm defective. I think of it more as getting your fix. Like, we all think of like, I need a chocolate fix, or I need like a fix of coffee, or, you know, maybe some like some more illegal substances, right? Potentially. That's the context of that word. But with this program, you're getting your fix of healthy food, of vegetables, of healthy fats, fruits, whole grains. I mean, it sounds kind of corny, right? But I've really come to feel that way, that if I go too long without eating any vegetables, I need a vegetable fix. So this is your 21-day fix of solid nutrition, clean eating, so you can discover how it feels to really treat your body the best that you can, feel your healthiest, most vibrant, and then once you've had that experience, you go on and hopefully adopt these habits into your life that you've developed, adopt them for the long term. But if you ever do get away from it, you know that you got to come back and get your fix. So that's really what the name is about. As far as who it is for, on a really basic level, I think this is an excellent program for people who don't know very much about nutrition and who feel really confused by food labels, by nutrition advice, by knowing they want to eat healthier but not knowing where to start. And I kind of sabotage myself sometimes, I think, because, not sabotage myself, but like, the beauty in this system is the simplicity. I'm someone who likes really complex things. I love to like go deeper and learn more details, and then I try to share that with my clients. So that's kind of the type of person I attract, and if you have that interest in details, you're gonna love working with me. But I also want to say that, I mean, I think that that can kind of get lost a little bit, that like at the foundation, this is a very, very simple system. The way that it works is you get all these colored containers, as you can see, in their different sizes. So I don't have a yellow for carbs. Those are important, right? But it's upstairs. Okay. Vegetables, fruit, these are the biggest ones. Protein is the next biggest one. Carbs, you would see, is like a little smaller than protein. Then you have the different kinds of healthy fats that are the smallest. And if you think about like, see, this is where we're getting into nutrition details already. So you don't need to know this, but if you're interested in understanding why, these bigger containers are foods that are less calorie dense. So vegetables and fruit have a lot of water, a lot of fiber. Vegetables in particular are very low in carbohydrates, low in calories, and so you get more of them at once is really the main idea. And then as you get into protein and then carbs and fat, you go smaller and smaller because like, okay, so this is for, like I put pumpkin seeds in this one tonight with my dinner. So imagine if I filled like this whole thing with pumpkin seeds and tried to eat them at once. And by the way, this is something that I used to do because I had no idea of proper portions. So that, I think, is someone else who can really benefit from this program, is if you know what foods are healthy, but you still feel like there's something kind of lacking in the way that you're eating. This is what exactly I went through. I mean, I knew like getting processed foods out of my diet. I had done that. And that's something this program will definitely help with if you're not there yet. But even if you are there, the situation I was in, I knew which fats were healthy fats, but I would eat way too much of them because I wasn't eating them with enough bulky things like fruits and vegetables, and I wasn't eating them with enough protein. So I would sit there and just eat like an entire 1 pound bag of nuts. I'm not kidding, because you can just keep going. And that's just a huge caloric intake. And, you know, I didn't have a weight problem, but I really struggled with guilt and couldn't understand why I couldn't stop myself from eating. Now I understand that, you know, my body's craving protein. Okay, fine, go eat some lean protein instead of eating an entire bag of nuts to get what your body needs. And then also, it made me feel really sluggish to be eating that way. So it wasn't until I tried this system that I learned that. Okay, so misconceptions. So that's kind of who this program is for. It's like really warm in here. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to the computer in a minute, though, so it'll cool down. I'm dying. But misconceptions, I just think this program is about portion control, yes, but it is not about limiting. It's not about like being so hungry that you starve yourself because you're having these tiny portions. I think that's where people's mind goes, because there really is a conception that you need to eat less to lose weight. And it's just not true. You need to change what you're eating. You should still be eating plenty to feel full and to have energy. If you spend a lot of your time feeling hungry, like if you're not eating enough, you know, and that hunger is happening as a result, it's going to sabotage your weight loss goals anyway. So that's a misconception about this program, that people think that you've got to eat like a bird in terms of quantity to lose weight. So, and that's what this symbolizes. Like, for example, first of all, this is like 1 cup green container, you stuff it really full, and then for my dinner, I would have 2 of these. So then it like really expands on your plate, and it's tons of vegetables. So this isn't just like all you get at one meal. You get like probably all the containers together, or a few of them, depending on what bracket you're in. And then you might even get 2 of the same one in the same meal. These are just for measuring. It's not meant to be like this is your entire meal. So when we talk about learning a sensible portion, it is not about deprivation. And that's not how this program accomplishes the weight loss that it can if you're someone with weight to lose. That's not a goal for everyone, obviously. And we'll determine that when we work together at the very beginning. You'll make a different decision for how much food to eat in a day if you're losing weight versus not. Another misconception. So part of the beauty of this program is it is structured, and some people, like, that really clicks for some people. But I also think part of the beauty is the flexibility. It's not just super rigid. Like, people think about measuring their food, and for some people that's like, oh, stay away, right? But 2 things, okay? First of all, you don't have to use these forever. You don't have to take them everywhere with you. You don't have to like pull them out in a restaurant. Over time, you can eyeball things. And, you know, like I told you I used this one just tonight. Like, I use these every single day, but I don't use them for every meal. Like, you learn the measurements, you learn to eyeball things, and you use them mostly at the beginning. But, you know, then you also learn, like, about a cup of vegetables looks like this on my plate. And if I'm a little over or a little under, it's not going to affect the calories that much. I would be, you know, or I mean, even like one fourth of an avocado. Like, there are different sizes of avocados. You cannot get bogged down in like, you know, calorie by calorie. Like, it must be exactly this many calories. In fact, we don't even want you to think about calories other than the very first day. When you have your bracket selection, and the only reason we talk about calories is it's a guide based on body size and then your goal. So, you know, someone who is 120 pounds trying to get down to 100 pounds, this would be a very short person, or is going to require different, like a different amount of food intake than someone who's 300 pounds trying to get down to say 150. I don't know. It depends, you know. Depends on their height, depends on their build. Anyway, my point is a larger person needs more food, and then you have to decide, you have to look at how active are you, and how active are you, and what is your goal. Okay? Like, if you're doing super tough workouts, you've got to feel your body to give you energy for that. And then you know, there are other considerations that will go into it, but that's just an example. And so this is flexible. It's not meant to be super limiting. And then the other thing about the flexibility is that treats are allowed. And the way this program approaches treats is it has you swap them. I love this approach because for so many of us, we feel like we're either on the wagon or off the wagon. And then when you're off the wagon, then you have given yourself permission. And I'm not like you, like I've been there too. I feel like I give myself permission to just do whatever. And 1 beer turns into like 3 plus dessert, you know. So instead, it requires a little planning, but I would decide like, okay, if I'm going to have a beer on Friday evening, then I'm going to cut out some carbs somewhere else in my day to accommodate for that. And all of a sudden, I am having the beer, but yes, I'm still on track. So it gets us out of that all or nothing thinking that is so destructive and is one of the main reasons that people fall off of their weight loss journey and give up on it, maybe temporarily, but there's that sense of giving up. So I think the flexibility is really, really good. Not only for that reason, but because it helps people learn more about the nutritional makeup of food. So if you didn't know that beer has quite a bit of carbohydrates and no protein or fat, now you know, and you learn things like that with this program. Keeping it like relatively basic, but also helping you make better choices when you're out and about, and you encounter foods that aren't exactly in the program book, aren't addressed, but something similar to that, and this is how you would approach it. So it empowers you to take responsibility in making your own decisions. So you can, as you can see by now, I'm a really big fan of this program. I've used it for my own nutrition since early 2015. And I feel that it's completely changed the way I approach food, to being more aware of how food makes me feel, how it serves my energy needs, health needs, more so than just eating for pleasure. So let me see, how long is this? I can't see. It's not telling me. Oh, okay, 16 minutes. I am going to, I'll go into the kits now. I hate to make long videos, but I'll put it all in one spot. So I'm going to go in to the other room and just look at what the kits are with you. So there's two options. If you want to get started now, lights out. If you want to get started now, you can only get started now as a coach. So, but don't panic. It doesn't mean that you have to work the business. You can be a coach in name only, or you can join now and decide later. There's no long-term commitment. You can cancel anytime. So there's not even a 1-month commitment. But that's the only way to get in right now. And then the customer kits are going to go, like non-coach kits are going to go on sale. I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to go on sale on March 18th. Okay? So 2 weeks of the coach only window. Now, what is included in your kit for everybody? So the kind of main base kit of the program, this is a video library. So this is what we never had before. You would get a program workbook and just need to read through it yourself. So that's a lot of what I've done as a coach, is create emails and create videos and all of these tools to help my customers. But I'm not a teacher. I'm not an education professional. I mean, I guess a coach is kind of similar, but I don't know education methodology of like learning best practices. So that's what has been added now that I think is potentially a missing link, where these videos are professionally produced. A lot of thought went into how to structure them. They address not only the basics of the program and some nutrition, education, like I was mentioning, also meal planning and prep. Like if you want to do a whole week's meals at once, I don't do that. So I have a lot of resources I can send people, but it's not really something I advise people on myself. So I think that's going to be really valuable. A module that focuses on family-friendly meals and meals for, so you don't have to make 2 different meals. And so your family doesn't complain about what you're forcing them to eat. Food labels, emotional eating, special occasions, travel, restaurants and takeout. These are all really important topics that over time, they've been addressed by Autumn and by the company, but they're putting it all together in these videos and making it unified and streamlined. And I think it's going to be really good. Okay, you get the containers, obviously. Program workbook, daily logbook. So There you're going to be logging not just what you eat, which, by the way, there's also an app where you can log your containers, but there's going to be, tracking your weight and measurements, and also other metrics like how long you slept, how much water you drank, things that can affect how you feel and can affect weight gain or loss. So I'm trying to hold this as still as I can. You're going to have access to the Fixate cooking show, which has more than 200 recipes, and they have the recipes in video form, like a cooking tutorial. And then they also have them in PDF format if you'd like to read it in writing. You don't have time to watch videos. You get a bonus 75 healthy lunch ideas for kids PDF. That sounds really awesome. There's a cookbook, like a hard copy cookbook that you get with different recipes than what are in the videos. And it's over 100 recipes. And insulated tote bag. I didn't think that was included with all kits. I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's included with the one I ordered, but there is a really nice insulated tote bag that you can get, and I think it's an extra add-on. It might be in some of the kits, some of the more deluxe kits. All right, so and then if you get started now, your coach enrollment will be included for the very same price, which I think is really a wonderful deal. Like I said, you can get started, you can check it out, and if you don't like it, and just quit, no hard feelings. Of course, we hope you'll stay, because it's an awesome team to be part of. But to rest my elbow, I'm getting tired of holding this. So that's the option now to join, is as a coach. And what was I going to say? There was something. 30 videos. Oh yeah, lifetime access. So this is not like the workout library. This is a lifetime purchase. It's not a subscription. So whatever you purchase now, you will have access to these videos forever. I mean, I'm sure there's like, who knows what Beachbody will look like in 50 years, but it's lifetime access is how they're putting it. So I don't know if you'll want these same videos in 50 years, but I don't know how they can really promise forever, but you know what I'm saying here. You're not going to get cut off. You're not going to have an additional payment to make, anything like that. Now, what is also included, and this is like possibly the best part, I think, they are reshooting the workouts, 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. When those programs first came out, everything was on DVD. So you got DVDs, you got 7 workouts for the program. There's probably a bonus one too, but the core program is 7 workouts. One for Monday, one for Tuesday, one for Wednesday, etc. Then you repeat the same one each Monday. So you have to do the same workout 3 times and hear the exact same moves, cadence, tone of voice, jokes. The whole thing is exactly the same, obviously, because you're playing the same video. What they have started to do now is film programs in real time. So like what they used to do, they would have shooting for a day and they'd shoot like all 7 sessions in the same day. So now they'll have a cast for 21 days in this case, and the cast will come to the studio once a day for filming. So they're doing the workouts in real time. Like, it may not be as obvious with this program, but for 80 Day Obsession, you saw the cast members' bodies change quite a bit from day 1 to day 80. And that was because they were doing the workouts every day. But it's just really cool. Like, it gives it that added element of reality where they're going through it along with us. So they're doing the reshoot that way, and I am told that it is going to be the same workouts. We had a training with Autumn, but she's going to modify the moves slightly. So each Monday, like Monday in week 1, week 2, week 3 of the program will be pretty similar. The same kind of foundation of the workout, but she might add a twist to one of the moves to make it a little more difficult. And she also said, so what they're doing, April 1st is when the reshoot starts of 21 Day Fix. Then they'll film for 3 weeks and take a week off. April 29th is when the 21 Day Fix Extreme reshoot begins. So, so 21 Day Fix Extreme is, or, you know, on the DVD was a lot harder than 21 Day Fix. What they're doing this time is kind of bridging the gap. So 21 Day Fix is going to get like a little more difficult by week 3 than what the original program was. And then 21 Day Fix Extreme in week 1 is going to be not quite as difficult as the DVD version, but then the difficulty ramps up by the end. So you should be able to go through weeks 1 through 3 of 21 Day Fix and then start week 1 of 21 Day Fix Extreme and not feel like, I mean, it just feels continuous. It doesn't feel like it's a huge jump, like it's really, really like so hard it's impossible. And I think it's just going to be really fun. Like it'll be kind of like getting back to an old friend, but you know, you like catch up on what you missed with them. So things are, you know, it's the same person, but new. Anyway, I think I'm taking this analogy too far. But if you haven't tried these workouts before, like there's a reason they are so popular, and some people go and just do them like over and over for years. They're 30 minutes. They're really well designed. They're enjoyable. They're accessible, but they're effective, right? Because some things that are accessible are super easy. So hi to whoever just got on. Who's here? I was just talking about the workout reshoot, and I'm going to quick go over some different kit details, and then I'm going to let you guys go because this is really long. Let's see how long it is. Okay, I think we'll hopefully stay around 30 minutes. Okay, so as usual, there are many, many different kit options. The main options to know are, so there are some options with Shakeology, with the performance system of supplements, with the certification. So if you join as a coach, that doesn't automatically enroll you in the certification. You could join as a coach and just, the role of a coach is to be a guide. So you can watch the videos, the same videos your customers are watching, and just learn them really well. And if somebody's like, I don't understand this detail, then you explain that detail, you know. So that's kind of what the role of a coach has been. With the certifications, we're able to go deeper, and it gives us more. So I did the certification for 2B Mindset. Now I'm going to do this one. I enrolled yesterday. Just to go deeper, learn more, kind of enrich our knowledge so we'll be better able to help people. So if you're thinking about the like discount / preferred customer option, then you probably wouldn't want to do the certification unless you're just really interested in learning more about nutrition. And again, you could do that for your own knowledge. It doesn't have to be to build a business necessarily, but probably most people interested in the certification are going to be the ones wanting to build a business and work with clients. So you kind of have your, the questions you have to ask are, if you want to get some supplements with your kit, it's always the best way to get them at a really deep discount, whether you want to get the certification. And I think that's really the main question. And there are like a million permutations of what you can get along with everything, but those are the main decisions you would have to make. So that's really it. I don't see any questions. Sometimes they don't show up, but if you have a question afterwards, leave it in the comments. I'll come back and answer it. But I just really hope that some of you will be joining our team, because, you know, this program was so extremely popular when it first launched. It basically sells itself. It's so well known right now. Like when people want to get started on healthy eating, this is a really, I think, accessible, approachable way to do it. Something about the containers makes it feel like, I don't know, elementary school, like playing with blocks and like bright colored things, right? Like it feels like it's so simple that a child could understand it. And in a way it is, you know, with a little explanation. So it's just, I think, a really wonderful system, and I could not be more excited for the updates that they're making. And I can't wait to see who comes along for this journey. We're going to have more content in here, contests, giveaways, different things going on between now and the end of March. And this is also going to be where where we'll start sharing as people are joining and getting started with the plan, so you can get a little bit of behind the scenes with that too if you're still on the fence and just thinking about it. All right, guys, let me know what questions you have, and I'll talk to you later.